Andrew Gosden. He was 14 when he went missing from his home in Doncaster on the 14th of September 2007 and was last seen at King's Cross about 11:30 on that same morning. Well, it's obviously had a profound impact, as I'm sure all the families in our position would say. And it's probably easiest to try and explain it is that your life seems to be split, and it's like it's on two layers, that at one level you're functioning and continuing with day-to-day activities, but on another level part of you is stuck and just can't move on, and it's almost like having two separate parts of you, almost a bit like oil and water, and you're sort of keeping them separate somehow, but the sadness is always there and somehow permeates even into your everyday.
I mean, the very first moment, I think you just realise, well, they're not in the house, and you don't panic at that point. You start trying the logical alternatives, is he to friends or whatever. But by the time you get to, we don't know where he is, we can't find where he is, nobody seems to know where he is, that's when you really start panicking. And it's a bit like when you've got a small child or a toddler and you lose sight of them on the beach or at the shopping centre or something, and your heart's in your mouth, and it's just this absolute panic grips you. Oh my goodness, I can't see them. Are they safe? Are they all right? And you're looking everywhere and running around. And that for me was that first reaction, which to some extent persists on and on and on, because you've always got that thing coming back at you. Well, is he all right? Are they alive or dead? Are they, And
I think at first it's almost like disbelief that this cannot be your life and your story, because you haven't got anything to reference it with. And so you just feel very distressed because you've got nothing to hang it on, no peg to think, I've experienced this before, or this is how I need to behave, or how I need to be. And it's just very raw and quite distressing and confusing.
Certainly, if anybody did recall anything from that time and that would lead us to what did happen to him, obviously we would love them to communicate that completely confidentially. The other possibility, of course, is that Andrew is still alive and well, and in that sort of instance we figure, well, he must therefore be living in some kind of community, somebody must know him, so we would ask the public to look at things like his age progressed images, to look for the little feature, he has an unusual right ear, and so on. And again, in confidence, to forward any information on to missing people.